Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. And today we got our college game day edition. We're going to be talking about the Colorado game versus Arizona State. Once you come across the video, man, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on. If you're just now coming across this video and just now coming across this channel, please press the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know when Simply Ball drops another hot banger. I see everybody in the comments section, hashtag salute. And you know what my mantra is? Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Guys, we had a great game in Arizona, the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona State Wildcats. Before we get off into this video, this show is sponsored by
This episode is sponsored by True Choice Insurance. Here at True Choice, we take a different philosophy when it comes to providing you with your insurance options. We emphasize the value of the products we offer, instead of playing on the fear of you not being protected in your time of need. True Choice is affiliated with more than 60 insurance companies. This makes us one of the most independent agencies in the state of Texas. Please visit TrueChoiceInsurance.com for all your insurance needs.
Once again, man, shout out to my man Brian Kelly and his wife over there at True Choice Insurance, man. You guys get with them on their website at www.truechoiceinsurance.com for all your insurance needs. And once you get over there, man, let them know that K-Sap, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, sent you their way. Well, let's get right off into it, man. We had a game that was played, against Arizona State, the Colorado Buffaloes. Went into this game riding a 0-2 losing streak. They had to get off the snide, and they played the Arizona State team that was 1-4, but Arizona State has the third ranked pass defense in the country, and they got some big boys. And the game started off rough for Colorado. Arizona State's quarterback Boynkett, drove him down the field on the first possession. Did a quarterback sneak from the 2 yards out, and they jumped on Colorado early 7-0 lead. They was putting the pressure on Shedeur Sanders, man, and they was putting the pressure on Shedeur. The relentless attack, 4 sacks in the first half, man, and basically he couldn't get out of that pocket, man. The pocket was collapsing and really couldn't buy time to get the receivers. But what I like, what Colorado did in this game, they established a little run game. Hankerson was running that ball pretty well. They didn't abandon the run. And one thing I tell y'all about Shedeur Sanders, man, he don't get rattled. He does not get rattled. He takes all the sacks, but he doesn't get rattled. He don't get down on his offensive linemen. He keeps their offensive linemen heads up. He don't, bash them or anything. You don't see Shedeur going to the sideline, getting in the offensive linemen's faces or anything like that. He's just calm under fire, man. He keeps his composure. And one thing about that is once you keep your composure, man, and you don't get rattled, man, you continue to play your game, man. And that's what Shedeur Sanders did. I like to call him Shedeur Sanders. He is him. But Arizona State, man, at home, man, that crowd was ruckus, man. They had a couple big plays. That quarterback Boynkett, he missed some throws early in the game, some of his deep balls. We saw on defense that Colorado, I've been saying this in the last couple games, man, Colorado is soft underneath, man. That linebacking core is soft. That middle of the field is exposed. And their running back, Scatterbro, I mean, I guess he's their, wizardry guy. Scatterbro was getting them tough yards, and basically Arizona State was trying to disrespect Colorado by going for it on fourth down with Scatterbro, and Scatterbro was picking it up. He was picking up the hard 1 and 2 yards. But defensively, Colorado, I know they still a man down to Travis Hunter. Cormani McClain was on the field early in the game, but late in the game, I really didn't see him. They went to Stottmeyer. And I really didn't see Cormani McClain that much. But, Bentley, he got back in the starting lineup. Well, he got back on the field. I don't know if he started, but he got back on the field, and he made some good plays, for Colorado. Man, he got speed, and, he's did a lot from the linebacker position. I mean, I think he had 2 sacks. Um, Selman Craig, he made a big hit early. He went down, but I never saw him return to the game. I don't know. We didn't get no reports on that. I don't know if he had a shoulder injury or arm injury, but that game was it was a great game, man. And the thing about it is, like I always say, man, and Deion always says this about his son. If we get the ball last, there's no doubt in my mind that we're gonna go down the field and score. Um, Arizona State, they was leading the game. They was up 17-14. Um, Colorado came back and struck to Javon and Antonio in the end zone. They took a 21-17 lead. Mata, their field goal kicker that came over from Jackson State, he kicked a 48-yard field goal, put them up 24-17. And, Arizona State had the ball, with a chance to, tie it up. Colorado made a big stop. And then, just like last week, I don't know what the offensive coordinator was doing on that last possession with Colorado, but it's like he's playing conservative. And, he didn't stick to the game plan to, pick up some first downs. They were just trying to chew the clock up, but they was playing conservative. And they had to punt the ball away, and they gave the ball back to Arizona State. Arizona State had like 2 minutes and but it probably had like 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. And Boykin marched them all the way down a 6-play drive and went 95 yards and scored the game tying touchdown. But with the game tying touchdown, their big receiver number 9, he was matched up on the outside against Stottmeyer. Like I said, that's normally either Travis Hunter or Cormani McClain or Stillman Craig, but them guys wasn't out there, so they went to Stottmeyer. Stottmeyer had a huge field goal block, you know what I'm saying? But he was playing corner and he was out on the island and he got exposed, man, and they scored the game tying touchdown. But I said to myself, man, if they leave some time on the clock for Shedeur Sanders, man, he's gonna march Colorado down the field for a game-winning field goal, or potentially they could score. 50 seconds, and they have one timeout. And Shedeur is, like I said, is calm under fire, man. And what I've been saying about Colorado, man, is like Deion said, man, they're about 6 or 7 players away, man. And I think they're coming, man. They got to get bigger up on that offensive line. They got to protect Shedeur a little bit more than what they be protecting him. He's leading the FBS and, taking quarterback sacks. But sometimes he said, sometimes he got to throw the ball away. And there's reports out, somebody saying that, he's taking these sacks so he won't hurt his completion percentage. Come on, man. You don't want to take them big hits because Shedeur took a lot of hits today. And one time he showed the effects of it, that he was hurt. But there was on one play that, he took the quarterback draw, went up the middle. He ran the linebacker over. And then the next play did the same thing, ran up the middle, and he was get ready to slide. And the guy tried to, take his head off with the shoulder, and it drew a 15-yard flag. So that's smart play on Shedeur because he had him confused, didn't know if he was going to run him over or he was going to slide. But defensively, man, Colorado, man, in that middle, it's soft, man, because them offensive coordinators that be game planning, they be eating that middle of that field up, man. Them one-on-one drag routes coming across the field because they did a couple early that was ran on Cormani McClain going across the field, man, and running across the field with nobody helping you out, man. You catch the ball in stride, man, you can turn it upfield. But let's get back to it where they had 50 seconds left. It's a tie ball game, 24-24. The kicker kicks it off, kicks it into the end zone. Barely got it into the end zone. It was a touchback, but it was close, man. You don't want to let that ball lay there and it'd be a free ball if it didn't hit the end zone. But let's go back to that last drive. The first play, I said to myself, Shedeur get the football. They got 50 seconds, man. All they got to do is get in Mata's range, and I think he's good from 52. So what they did was they had 50 seconds, one timeout left. The first play, Shedeur drops one in the breadbasket of Javon Antonio, the big receiver number 4 that scored the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. Dropped it in his breadbasket, but I think Shedeur wanted some of the throws that Shedeur had today, he wanted to take back. Because if he'd have led Javon Antonio a little bit a little bit more, he'd have walked into the end zone. But that got him down there in field goal range. So a couple more plays, they ran it out and used the timeout. They stopped the clock because they didn't get it on 3rd and 2. And they wasn't gonna go for it in 4th 2. They was in Mata's range, and Deion Sanders sent the field goal team on the field for the game-winning, field goal. Mata comes on. Arizona State calls the timeout, but Mata kicks it anyway, kicks it right down the middle. Thought they would jinx him. They lined back up, same results, right down the middle. And then when he made that field goal, went over to the sideline, Deion pushed him back out there, said, do your dance, do your dance. But, Xavier Weaver, he had some great plays himself, man, great punt return. Had a chance to take it to the house, but got tripped up. But if I'm Deion and I get in that film room, I'll look at Shiloh and be like, man, if you'd hit that block, he could have walked into the end zone. But, that's my immediate reaction, man. Colorado's going to be all right, man. They 4-2 on the season. They 3 more victories than what they had last year, and Deion's turning that program around. And people are still going to hate on Deion because they're going to say they should have blew Arizona State out. But nah, Deion is 4-2, and like Deion said, he likes what he sees from his team going forward with the Colorado Buffaloes. So you guys leave a comment in the section and let me know what y'all think about today's game. Colorado Buffaloes 4-2. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, keep supporting the channel. Turn your post notifications on. Keep watching the ads. It only helps the channel grow. And we're out of here. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.